All installation steps as well as the technical installation drawing can be found in the latest version of the PAPI LED 6.6 amp installation manual. For the most convenient assembly process, we recommend using the following tools: a power drill with an extension socket, a hex H4 bit, and a 22 mm wrench. As alternatives, you can also use a multi-bit sleeve screwdriver or a 4 mm Allen wrench, depending on the tools available to you. It is recommended to tighten all screws associated with the assembly to the shown specified torque. After unpacking, you will find 3 legs with pre-installed frangible couplings. 2 of the legs are equipped with 4M12 nuts and 2 washers each. The third leg, which is mounted at the rear of the PAPI frame, includes 4M12 nuts, 2 washers, and 4 plastic couplings. If the factory-supplied legs are too long, you can shorten the aluminum tubes to lower the entire PAPI LED assembly to the desired height. This technical drawing shows the original height of the PAPI legs. There are 2 simple options to shorten the PAPI legs if needed. The first option is to trim the upper part of the PAPI leg to a desired height. The second option allows you to obtain the minimal allowed height for the PAPI legs. This is a technical drawing showing the lowest possible height of the PAPI unit. To obtain such height, you can trim the top and bottom parts of the legs. Make sure to measure carefully and cut evenly to maintain proper balance and stability. Remove the 6M 8x8 screws securing the aluminum leg tube to the frame. Use a screwdriver with a 4 mm Allen bit for this task. Carefully remove the aluminum tube and trim it to the desired length. Remember to cut from the top end. Ensure that at least 60 mm remains on the top section of the tube. Once trimmed, place the aluminum leg back into position. Reinsert the 6M 8x8 screws and tighten them to a torque of 2.5 Nm. Remove the 6M 8x8 screws securing the aluminum leg tube to the frame. Use a screwdriver with a 4 mm Allen bit for this task. Remove the 3M 8x8 screws securing the aluminum leg tube to the frangible coupling. Replace the frangible coupling with the shortest available type and trim the PAPI leg from the top to 60 mm and the bottom to 10 mm to allow perfect fitting. The leg can be shortened from both the top and bottom ends as needed. Unscrew the 6M 8x8 screws from a small frangible coupling, then insert the leg into the coupling as shown. Insert the other end of the leg into the joint of the threaded rod. Reinsert the 6M 8x8 screws and tighten them to a torque of 2.5 Nm. Trace the locations where you will drill the mounting holes for the PAPI LED device, making sure they align precisely according to the dimensioning shown in the technical drawing. The recommended mounting screws should be of size 8 by 80 mm up to 8 by 120 mm, along with mounting dowels of size 12 by 80 mm up to 12 by 120 mm. Here are photos from real-world installations showing the correct assembly of base plates mounted securely on a concrete surface. Begin by placing the legs in their designated positions. Make sure that the side with the frangible couplings is inserted into the concrete base plates. For each leg, place 3M 8 by 8 screws to secure the frangible couplings to the concrete base plate. Use either a 4 mm Allen wrench or an H4 bit with a power screwdriver to tighten the screws. Make sure each screw is fastened with a torque of approximately 7.5 Nm to ensure stability and proper installation. Here are photos from real-world installations showing the proper assembly of the PAPI legs mounted on the concrete base plates. You can also observe examples with different height configurations, demonstrating how the system can be adjusted to fit various site requirements. Remove the two M12 nuts located at the back of the leg assembly, along with the flat washer, convex spherical washer, and concave spherical washer. Next, remove the two M12 nuts and one of the two washers on each of the front legs. Keep these components nearby for reattachment when securing the PAPI frame to the legs. Before placing the frame upright, it is recommended to first install the Power Control Unit, PCU. The PCU is mounted on the bottom side of the frame. Begin by positioning the small spacer on the front side of the frame, followed by placing the two longer spacers at the back. To open the PCU, begin by pulling the safety latch outward. Then, using a screwdriver with a T20 bit, loosen the two security screws on the cover. Once both screws are loosened, gently lift the cover to open the PCU. Position the PCU cover so that its screw holes align with the corresponding holes on the frame. Place the PCU cover on top of the spacers, making sure all screw holes are properly aligned. Then, insert the screws through the aligned holes and, using a T20 bit screwdriver, tighten them securely with a torque of 7.5 Nm. Close the cover of the PCU securely, then carefully flip the frame over. Tighten the two security screws using a screwdriver with a T20 bit to securely lock the PCU cover in place. Then, push the security latch inward to fully secure the PCU cover in place. Mount the PAPI frame onto the legs. Position the PAPI LED base parallel to the ground, ensuring that the threaded rods from each leg pass through the corresponding holes in the base simultaneously. Pay special attention to the correct assembly order on the rear leg. Once the threaded rod passes through the lower hole of the PAPI LED base, first place a convex spherical washer, then a concave spherical washer and the metal washer, followed by two M12 nuts through the process hole. Do not fully tighten the base of the PAPI LED at this stage, as horizontal angle adjustments still need to be performed. On the two front legs, simply place two washers and two M12 nuts on each threaded rod. Remove the safety pins from the fasteners. Then unlock the fasteners. Carefully lift off the PAPI cover. Make sure the security lock handles are in the upright position. Place the PAPI LED projector onto the prepared frame. Start by resting the backside of the PAPI LED on the frame, then gently push it forward so that the rear mounting bracket slides into position within the frame. Afterwards, lower the front of the PAPI LED until the locking pins align and insert into the holes located in the base. Lower the inner handles of the PAPI LED to a horizontal position to lock the PAPI in place. Place the PAPI cover back onto the unit. Lock the security fasteners and insert the locking pins. The control box is an optional item delivered upon request. It is only installed on PAPI LED projectors marked with the number 0 or letter A. To install it, unscrew the 2M6 by 16 screws from the PAPI LED base. Position the control box with its housing onto the PAPI LED base, aligning the holes. Using a 5 mm Allen spanner, tighten the screws securely to fix the control box in place. Congratulations! After repeating these steps for all PAPI LHAs, your PAPI system is now almost ready for operation. Here is how the final assembly of all your LHAs will look. Proceed to the PAPI placement and alignment video to complete the final setup and ensure everything is correctly aligned for proper use.